Hi friends, today I am going to explain the topic phylum Chordata or vertebrata. Vertebrata means they are having vertebral column or backbone. So Chordata having many characteristic features. There means presence of tail in most chordates, presence of two pairs of limbs, and vertebral column forms the main axis of their internal skeleton, which may be bones or cartilage, etc. The phylum Chordata again divided into five different classes. The first class Pisces, second class Amphibian, third class Reptilia, fourth class Aves, and the fifth class Mammalia. Here I am going to explain these five classes and their features. First upon class Pisces. Pisces means including all the fishes. Adapted to aquatic life. Adapted to aquatic life means they are always leaving the water. All fishes are the examples of this class Pisces. Second one, the heart is two-chambered. Means other animals, some other organisms having some two-chamber, three-chamber, four-chamber. The human beings also four-chambered heart. But here, class Pisces only two-chambered heart. The respiration through gills. So we are using the for our breathing using the nose and mouth for the respiration. But here the fishes, otherwise fishes, always using their respiration through their gills. Actually, it is a cold-blooded animal. Cold-blooded animal. The other names poikilothermal animals. Poikilothermal means according to the climate they are changing the body temperature. That's mean by poikilothermal or cold-blooded animals. For example, the human beings always maintain our body temperature 37 degrees Celsius, but cold-blooded animals, they are always changing their body temperature. That's why we called poikilothermal. Next one, very simple one, easy to understand. If, we are seeing the many scales, the scales, body covered by scales. The other character of the pieces, the fins, there are different fins there in their body that help to locomotion. Examples of fishes: stingray, dogfish, bony fishes, etc. Now I will show you some pictures, examples. See, these are examples of class pieces. See here given the scoliodon, dogfish, or electric ray, stingray. These are the examples of class pieces. Next I am going to explain the class amphibia. Amphibia means they may be aquatic or terrestrial character. Aquatic or terrestrial. These amphibians always live in the aquatic and terrestrial also. The second main character, the skin, is rich in glands. These glands help to these animals to moist in their skin for the purpose of exchanging the gases. While they are leaving the land or terrestrial, they are using their lungs to respiration. Suppose they are leaving the water, their body skin help to breathing, means for their respiration. The heart of amphibians. There are three-chambered heart. Just before I am explained the one topic class pieces, they have only two-chambered heart, but here class amphibian having three-chambered heart. The next character of amphibian is a very important character. The upper and lower eyelids are immovable. Immovable. A third eyelid called nictitating membrane is present. So one more membrane, that The membrane is called nictitating membrane. Next one, they are oviparous. Oviparous means they are laying eggs. And the fertilization is external. Fertilization is external. Some examples of amphibia I am already mentioned here, and the picture also given here. Rana, frog, and the salamander is also example of class amphibia. Next I am going to explain the topic class reptilia. Class reptilia. There are few features about the class reptilia. The first one, the skin of reptilia is rough and dry, covered with the epidermal scales. Some of the reptiles, always their upper skin is dry and rough. The respiratory organs are lungs only. Just before I am explained that about the amphibians, they are using lungs and skin according to the situation. But here reptiles always using their lungs for their respiration. Next one, the heart is incompletely four-chambered. Incompletely four-chambered heart. They are unisexual, oviparous, and fertilization is internal. So just before I am explaining one topic, viviparous. Here oviparous. Sorry, they are unisexual, oviparous, and fertilization is internal. It is also oviparous. The reptiles are cold-blooded or poikilotherms and undergo hibernation during winter season. So it's one peculiar character. Hibernation. Hibernation means in unfavorable condition or climate, they are going to long sleep for escaping this unfavorable condition. Some examples I am already given in the PDF PPT. So wall lizard, chameleon, snake, tortoise is also examples of reptilia. Next, I am going to explain the fourth class, aves. Aves. Aves means birds. There are few features about the aves. Birds are arboreal animals. Arboreal animals. Arboreal means living on trees and make their nest on the trees. Second one, the body is boat shaped and divisible into head, neck, and trunk and a small tail. The body is boat shaped and divisible into head, neck, trunk, and a small tail. The body of birds is covered with colored feathers. Out of the two pairs of limbs, the forelimbs are modified as wings for the purpose of flight. Next one, they are unisexual. Fertilization is internal. They are oviparous and the eggs contain a large quantity of yolk. And the last features of class Aves, they are warm-blooded or hemotherms. Warm-blooded. It is just compared to human beings. Human beings always maintain the body temperature, particular body temperature, but here also the class Aves also maintain their body temperature. Always maintain their body temperature. That's why they are called warm-blooded animals. Otherwise, hemotherms. The examples here given: peacock, eagle, fowl is also examples of class Aves. Now here I am going to explain the last class of phylum Chordata, that's class mammals. Presence of functional mammary glands in the female to secrete milk. Mainly mammary gland present in this class, that's why called mammals. Means that also producing the mammary gland means the female having feed the milk to their young ones. The next character, the presence of hair on any part of the body. Presence of hair any part of the body. Presence of external pinna. Pinna means this is a pinna, external pinna, outside. The skin contains a number of sweat glands and sebaceous gland. The sweat gland help to sweat the unwanted waste removed out. The next one, they are viviparous. Just before I am explained one word, oviparous. Oviparous means laying eggs. So here all the mammals having viviparous. Viviparous means that given birth to young ones. Given birth to young ones. Young ones. So except duck-billed platypus and spiny anteaters, which are oviparous. Some like a kangaroo give birth to very poorly developed young ones. The last character of mammalia is very important character. The body cavity of mammals is divided into two parts, thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity, by a muscular dome-shaped diaphragm. Some examples of mammalia is given here: dog, squirrel, and elephant, and all the human beings. These are the examples of mammals. The mammals, the body divided into two parts: the upper thoracic cavity and lower abdominal cavity. These are the peculiar features of class Mammalia. So here, phylum Chordata classified into 5 different classes and their features explained. I hope all of you understood this one. Thank you.